Welcome back to Educator.com's Advanced English Grammar course. This lesson is on forming contractions. Let's get started. Okay, we begin as always with a brief lesson overview. We're going to ask what is a contraction, and then go over some of the more common contraction forms in English. Are contractions, have contractions, is has, not, will shall, would had, and, of course, miscellaneous other contractions, because it wouldn't be English if it didn't have exceptions. Ain't, which isn't actually a word, so we'll go over that. Cause, let's, ma'am, o'clock, and the inevitable y'all. Then we're going to go over some rules for doubling contractions, how to make a contraction twice in one word, and some general rules for using contractions in context. And we'll end, as always, with some practice. Alright, what is a contraction? Well, a contraction is a group of two or more words joined together with each missing letter or group of letters replaced by an apostrophe. Contractions are usually quicker to write and pronounce than the words they replace. They're also considered less formal, and that's a little bit of a double-edged sword because they're less formal, they're sometimes frowned upon as in some academic writing. You may be working on a dissertation or a master's presentation, and you may be told, don't use contractions, they're not considered professional, in which case, follow that rule. But sometimes contractions are required, as in any writing that requires a personal or friendly tone. If you're writing a chatty email to your friend and you never use contractions, you're going to sound like a robot. On the other hand, if you're writing to the head of your dissertation committee and you use contractions all the time, you're going to sound like you're 14 years old. So be very careful of context in using contractions. Now, one quick note about apostrophes, the punctuation mark used to create contractions, they're also used to create possessives. For example, Brian's cat or Ellen's keys. But these are not considered contractions because the apostrophe isn't actually replacing a missing letter or group of letters. You didn't remove anything between Brian and the S to create Brian's cat. You just stuck an apostrophe S on the end to indicate that the cat belongs to Brian. So it's not a contraction, it's a possessive, and we are going to be talking about contractions in this lesson.